accused Kendrick of like having the aesthetic of the faith of the empire. I am by no means, I want to clarify explicitly, I'm not calling Kendrick Lamar a fascist. That's not what I was saying at all. I'm saying that shorthand has been weaponized previously in other ideologies in order to uphold their current power structures. If you don't know what that means, Catholicism, if you didn't know, is a faith rooted in events that transpired around 2 millennia ago, but the text that it is founded on was selected and interpreted by people like hundreds of years after the fact, if you didn't know, but the biblical scholars do. And you have that transformation of I haven't studied Nietzsche in like 20 years, but like Nietzsche refers to it as like the faith of the oppressed or like faith of the sheep, or I don't remember. And like the Romans at the time where the events that the Bible is based on transpired, the faith of the line or the empire was the Roman Empire. The empire then that took up the mantle of the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, if you didn't know, had an emperor called Constantine. That Constantinople, the city, that there might be giant songs if you didn't know, like Istanbul's not Constantinople longer, Istanbul, Constantinople. That's the guy who Constantinople is named after. When he converted to the Catholic faith, that's where biblical scholars now currently see it as like the transformation of the faith to be the faith of the empire. The faith is now used as a shorthand of good leaders who have good values. And of course, the faith can be changed and interpreted in different ways. And if you are close to power, your interpretation is going to be different, much like the tenets of the Catholic faith can be interpreted in different ways. Similarly to how our legislation and policy are also have the same influence. But if you don't trust this analysis of mine, then like you can just defer to the actual leader of the Catholic faith who has repeatedly told J.D. Vance and his ilk over on X, Twitter, whatever, oh God, about how whatever messed up thing he has to justify with Catholicism is a wrong, actually. My qualifications for talking about this topic are being raised in the Catholic school system and paying attention in class. Also doing further investigation, mostly led by my partner at the time, who was a study of religions person.